Hello and welcome, men and women. My name is Mir, and I will be talking about Vow of the Disciple, a controversial but one of the best raids to come out in recent time. The gameplay in the back is my team doing day one contest, trying to get that sweet emblem, which is the main point of controversy recently, if you haven't noticed. If you don't know, Bungie has extended the day one contest another 24 hours because of glitches and connection issues. I will be giving my opinion on this at the end, but a lot of people were fuming on Twitter, but more of that later. Let me explain how important it was for this raid to be good. Witch Queen has been the best DLC to come out of Destiny ever. It brought in so many fresh variables into the game, reviving the drought that we had been in recent expansions, like Beyond Light. It was a good DLC, but it had many problems plaguing it. It was not enough endgame content after Deepstone Crypt. Vaulting of most of the locations in Destiny 2, with the weapons also being vaulted, it just wasn't a lot of content back then. Shadowkeep was a disappointment for many, not a very good raid, really bad story, and no content with a bad season. Kind of combine that together, you don't really get a good DLC. We desperately needed something to revive our trust in Bungie, and this was it. Witch Queen released it almost perfectly. The bugs can be bad, like in the raid. Finch is quite the grind. Week 1 Wellspring weapon drops were pretty horrible. Weapon crafting was alright, but crafting materials were capped, and the Ascendant Alloy didn't drop until you got to Finch to a certain level, or you can buy it from Rahul once a week. And the second week it didn't work. So there was a lot to do there. Though good thing Week 1 Wellspring weapon drops have been fixed. It just kinda seemed like we were doing the same things, like patrols and public events for Finch, and it just wasn't a very fun way of doing those activities all over again, as we've been doing them for like 5 years now. But Witch Queen had the best campaign with almost no filler. The Glaive is a fun and unique weapon that still seems underpowered, but we'll have to wait until Bungie decides to buff it or do something better with it, including the exotic glaives, which are all really bad. Vow is an amazing raid, although it is a bit easy now. Ryok still looks like quite the menace though. My first impressions of Witch Queen are fantastic. It is a 9 out of 10 raid. I couldn't have waited for a better DLC, and Lightfall has a lot to live up to. I cannot wait what Bungie will do. Maybe we'll get the new race. We just gotta wait and see until next year. Vow is a top 5 raid in the series, though not without some bumps and errors in my personal opinion, and I'm guilty of this as I complete the raid during the 48-hour portion. The season is a pretty interesting season, I will admit. Once Bungie started going for actual story in the seasons, and they actually did something with such an overwhelming story, it really turned up the notch a lot. And I think our season of the Risen is going to be a pretty good season. Now, on to the Day 1 raid race. The Day 1 raid race should only be 24 hours with no exceptions in my opinion. Take down the raid, do something with it, put it back up. Do something, but it should be 24 hours to get the emblem, not 48 hours. It is exclusive, and while my team made it to the boss during the 15-hour run that we did not complete it. I would, the next night, go to LFG and complete it after everyone knew the best DPS and guides were fully out. That's my opinion. But congrats to everyone who did do it, and it was still very hard, and I can't wait to conquer Master Mode of the raid. My clan, most of them made it pretty far, but almost all of them completed the second day, besides 2 people on my team. Shout out to Apara Hydro. Everyone else, though, kinda, I don't know what happened. Especially Lincolnstein. Poor guy. That's all for today though, and I'll just let the video play out until we kill the caretaker. It's just the rest of the video. So I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you next time.
the best stutters in the world. This song's gonna suck. This song's gonna suck. Yeah, they are. Alright, play's ready, let's go. You gotta go. Big stair, right up here, right up here. Go, 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 go. Yeah, I got 99 though. It's fine, just go, just go, just go. I don't have enough. Next circle. Any rift. Please. Let's go!
The defiant, subjugated, not for pleasure nor glory,
Let's go!
but in service of the merciful.